Huma Finance. So, this is trying to change the game in terms of payments, in terms of PayFi. Now, it launched, and since its launch, price has dropped, but it might flip pretty bullish soon. It's actually, price action doesn't need to do a ton for this to start looking quite bullish in the short term. Now, before I get into it, if you are new here, this spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these coins. These were cryptos that I thought were going to do very well, make a lot of money, which is obviously why I bought them. These were their prices when I recorded and released my videos. These are the highs these coins hit in the last bull cycle, and these are what your profits would have been if you'd have popped $100 into them and sold in that bull cycle. That would have been a $2,600 investment and would have netted your profit of over 123 grand. Pretty good. Now that would have taken about 15, 16 months. You don't have that long. We're in a bull cycle right now, and if you've got cryptos you are not happy with, if you've got coins that are not performing for you, you've got to get it fixed. If you don't know where to begin, have a look at copymycrypto.com/YouTube. This is the special offer I'm running right now for all my YouTube followers. You can get full access to the site. You can get full membership to the site for half price. There's also a 60-day money-back guarantee. On the site, I share with my members all the coins I own. Whenever I find any crypto that I think can do well, I jump onto my site, I tell my members about the crypto, the reasons I think it can do well, and the price I'm going to buy at. I do the same when I sell, so there is no work for my members. On the site, you can see some of the profits my members have made. You can see some of the successes that led to those profits, whether it's a meme coin the members were in and out of in a fortnight that did a 300x, whether it's Phantom, which in the last bull cycle was one of the best performers. My members got in at 0.5%, faster than pretty much the whole market. It went up to $3.46. That's just shy of 700 times their investment. That made some of my members millionaires, that one investment alone. And if after reading through the site, verifying all you like what you see, and you want to find out the cryptos that are going to be the winners in this bull cycle this year, all you got to do to find out, guys, is join up on the site. Now, Huma Finance. So, aim of the game, change the PayFi landscape. So, Huma Finance is not been around ages, to be fair. It launched back in the summer and hit a pretty decent price when it launched of, well, technically all-time high. It's saying is 7 cents. I think that's just because it immediately pulled back. It is on Binance. It's not on Coinbase. If you're going to get it, I'd highly recommend BitGet. There is a link in the description, by the way, for BitGet. The reason for that, they have the best welcome pack in crypto right now. You can join up and get $6,200 just for joining. Of course, you've got to do some activity, and they're not just going to give you $6,200. But you can scale up and earn quite nicely as you go along. And if you're a good futures trader, the copy trading community is very, very strong there. You can earn really well off of that. Now, as I said, they're a PayFi network. They're powering the financing of global payments with instant access to liquidity anywhere, anytime. They're enabling global payment institutions to settle their payments 24/7 using stablecoins and liquidity on-chain. It powers settlements for a range of PayFi use cases, such as cross-border payments, credit cards, trade finance, and enables novel solutions like deep-in financing. Now, actually, as a concept, this isn't bad. The thing is, I've not been hugely bullish on payments for a while because I think there are so many options. But sooner or later, I do think we're going to see a transition of the way things work around the world. I think payments with crypto is going to become much more of a thing. It's just once there is far more clarity with regards to things like stable coins. If you didn't, Donald Trump's son, Eric Trump, was on a podcast like yesterday or the day before, Sunday, and he spoke of how he believes crypto is going to start changing the landscape. And obviously he's got the ear of the president, but so it's worth probably listening to that podcast. But the thing is one massive issue within the banking system, cross-border payments are slow, cost a bit, right? So if you can do a 24/7 settlement that takes a couple of seconds and costs you bugger all, there is a huge plus to payments on crypto. It's just that it has to be stable coins. It's something I've been saying for ages. Like you know, part of the reason that I wasn't bullish on things like Dash long term is that originally, you know, the settlement was in Dash. I'm not bullish on crypto as payment if it's not a stable coin, because businesses want stable cash flow. They don't want an asset that fluctuates unless it's going to be Bitcoin or Ethereum potentially, right? They're the long-term views. Everything else, no one's interested in. So the app is up and running for Huma, so you can have a look now. So you deposit your stable coin. You can lock it up to earn more yield. 6 months actually gives you a really solid yield of like 19.9%. So hypothetically, you were to lock up 1,000 USDC, you would get, USDC yield would be 9%. You'd also get Huma at 10.9%. That's how it works. So it's actually very good. Very, very good. You can also stake Huma, of course. So say you wanted 1,000 staked, you can earn an estimated 10% APY. Unstaking does take 14 days. It is really worth people paying attention to the unstaking lengths. There's a lot of projects out there that are new and giving very good yield, but the unstaking is anywhere from 7 days to 2 weeks, and that can be problematic if this is an asset that you go, oh, it's good yield, but I will want to flip it at some point. Maybe locking it up for staking is not the way to go, because you're not going to be able to get access to that or quick enough to be able to sell it if there's a market drop or if it all of a sudden has this massive rally. So you do need to be aware of this. Huma have done really solid transaction volume, $7 billion. Total yield earned has been $7 million. Rewards granted has been 40 million. Total active liquidity, very, very good, 142 million. PayFi assets, 94 million. Liquid assets, 51 million. Median redemption turnaround has been approximately 6 minutes, which again is really good. The numbers here are pleasing, right? And we are starting to see things like this now. Japan's top banks have joined forces to issue the first yen-pegged stablecoin report. Stablecoin. This is the report, sorry. So, pegged to the yen and the US dollar, the stablecoin will be integrated with existing financial channels and making international payments faster, cheaper, etc., etc. We have a lot of news. Like I said, the Japan top bank's doing that. You've got Huma Finance's Richard Liu says PayFi model can complement digital payment efforts across BRICS economics. That's in reference to your key countries in the BRICS bloc, India, Brazil, South Africa, China and Russia. But China and Russia obviously going to be more challenging. You've got stable coins to take on lending. So a new report by Visa explains that stablecoins are no longer just for payments and are taking a growing share of the credit markets. Visa's report recently highlighted Huma Finance as one of the standout performers. Again, very good to get shouted out by Visa. All in all, there's a lot of momentum here. You know what? The last 24 hours not done tons. It's been up and down a bit, but the last month we can see that it's been on a bit of a downturn. But if it breaks this 3 cent region, which doesn't look like it's going to take all that long. I mean, you're talking about 10-12% return to get above that. This breaks the 3 cent level. It's actually breaking a kind of current downtrend that is in, and all of a sudden we might see this to get to 5 cents really, really fast. This may well even get to 6 or 7 cents. If it's qualifying its all-time high as 6.9 cents, even though it started there, this has a shot of a new all-time high. Visa don't shout out crypto projects, really. Yeah, and when we see these big institutions shouting out and complimenting and talking about crypto projects, it's usually because they're paying attention to them and they've got a view to use them one day. It's the same thing that happened with XRP when it got discussed. RippleNet specifically got discussed by a number of US banks. So it's something to pay attention to. This looks to me like one that's going to lead the way in terms of lending. It's going to lead the way in terms of a payment system. And sooner or later, it's just a matter of when do big companies start using the payment systems. Because once they do, everyone else will fall in line. There's plenty of companies out there using crypto as payments, but None of the big ones yet. Once the big ones do, things will change, and Huma can lead the way. Definite potential for this to do well. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Guys, we're in a bull cycle, and if you're sitting on cryptos you're not happy with, if you've got coins that are not performing for you, you've got to get it fixed. If you do not know where to begin, have a look at copymycrypto.com/YouTube. This is the special offer I'm running right now for my YouTube followers. You get full access to the site, full membership to the site for half price. There's also a 60-day money-back guarantee. On the site, I share with my members all the cryptos I own. Whenever I buy or sell any coin, I tell my members the crypto that I'm going to be buying or selling, the price that I'm going to be buying or selling at. So there's no work for my members. They are in and out of coins, same price as me, so they make the same profit. If you go onto the site, you'll see some of the profits my members have made, some of the successes that led to those profits, such as Phantom. Very few people in this space was talking about Phantom. I did a whole course about why Phantom was going to be one of the best investments of the year. Myself, my members got in faster than pretty much the whole market at half a cent. It went up to $3.46. That's just shy of 700 times our investment. Many of my members became millionaires from that one investment alone. This is public record. You can verify it all on the history of this channel. And if you like what you see and you want to find out the cryptos that are going to be the winners this bull cycle, this year, all you got to do to find out, guys, is join up on the site. And if you do, I'll see you there. Otherwise, folks, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.